So today we're going to be doing a little bit of origami. If you watch the instructional video, you will know that origami is the Japanese art of paper folding that has become really popular as paper has become more available. When it was first created, paper was very expensive, and so only the richest people could create this type of artwork. But now that paper is easy to obtain, everyone can enjoy origami. So to start today, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pair of scissors. If you already have little squares of paper like this, then you don't need the scissors. But we are going to take this normal piece of copy paper and we're going to turn it into this square. And I'm going to show you a really easy way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to fold this until this corner comes down here, and we've got a nice straight line at the bottom, just like this. So if you go too far, that's not right. You want it right about there. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but just get it close. And then we're gonna fold that up. And then we're gonna open this up. Make sure we're even, and then we are going to cut this piece off here. I'm actually going to give it a quick fold right along this line. Okay, and then we are going to clip this piece off right here, and we should have a nice perfect square. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple of these over the next few weeks. The first one we're gonna do is gonna be really simple. So I just wanna make sure that you guys can get the hang of this, and we're gonna start really easy. So I'm not gonna tell you what we're gonna make yet, but I'm going to just show you, so just follow along. We're gonna take our paper and make sure it is in the orientation of a diamond, like this, not like a square. So we want it to be a diamond shape. Let me raise my camera a bit. There we go. Okay, step one, we're gonna just take that same fold and make sure it stays that way. There we go. Step two, we're gonna do two folds, one here and one here. These aren't exact, so I'm just gonna make sure it overlaps right here a bit. Give it a fold. So there's one. And then we're gonna try to make it relatively similar on this side. Should look about the same. There's two. Okay, so first part is finished. Let's do our next step here. We're gonna take this flap. So notice the bottom is still down here. We're gonna leave that down and we're gonna fold this up about halfway. Right there, looks pretty good. Okay, just leave it folded up. And then we're gonna take this piece and we're gonna fold it down. So you'll see we've got a little triangle right here. Feel free to pause the video, rewind a little bit, that way you don't fall too far behind. Okay, next step, we're gonna fold this piece up into here, just like this. Okay, you might start to have some ideas of what this is gonna be. It could actually turn into a couple different things. What I'm gonna do is I am now gonna turn my origami here into a dog. So I'm going to grab a marker and some crayons. Feel free to use markers, colored pencils, whatever you prefer. You can also do this step with a pencil. I'm just gonna jump right into marker. I'm gonna start with two eyes. And again, if you have a different idea of what you want yours to be, feel free to go for it. There we go. Little eyebrows. Color in his nose. You could really turn this into a cat too if you wanted to. Could be a bunny rabbit. I'm just choosing to do a dog. Let's do a mouth here. Could add in a tongue or some teeth, whatever you can come up with. Okay. I'm gonna do some little spots for his whiskers here as well. Now I'm gonna add some color. So I'm gonna draw it. I'm gonna want mine to look like my dog Sally. So I'm gonna grab my brown and my black, and we're gonna try to make this look like Sally. Add a little brown to her eyes here. That's why it's nice to use marker. You can kind of just color over it lightly with your crayons, and you can still see your drawing underneath. I do suggest lifting up some of your folds to color under them, so when you do have it folded back down, you don't see any white spots. Do these ears too, all the way up here. Okay. Your nose, mouth. Also brown. She's mostly brown, so. This part of her mouth is usually white. Kind of straighten that out here. Just have a little bit of black on her face. We'll add that in. And her ears, kind of a couple different colors. Usually they're hers are black and brown, so I'm going to do a little bit of black here, and maybe just about half over here as well. I'm also going to add in some brown. And we've got our dog.